Bayern Munich legend Uli Hoeneß made himself available to the media and, of course, delivered one scorching hot take after another. Hoeneß, though, did offer some key insight into a player he would like to see at Bayern Munich. Bayern Leverkusen ace Florian Wirtz. While Hoeneß made no secret of his desire to acquire Wirtz, I'm a fan of Jamal Musiala and Florian Wirtz. We all know that I would love to see Wirtz at Bayern. But I think the hype surrounding them is wrong. Under this pressures, they cannot develop as they should. I think it's madness to compare Jamal with Maradona. This does young players no favours. There's no doubt that they can get to that level. But I think it's a huge mistake to put them under so much pressure now, Hoeneß told Bild. Journalist Simon Phillips revealed that Newcastle United attacker Anthony Gordon emerged as a target for Chelsea. The reporter added that the Blues have already held talks with the Magpies over a potential deal to bring the rapid flanker to Stamford Bridge before the end of the summer transfer window. Premier League teams Liverpool and Manchester City have both registered an interest in the England international. Newcastle's asking price of an initial £75 million plus add-ons has put off Arne Slot's Reds, but it remains to be seen whether or not Chelsea would be willing to pay that kind of fee. James Rodriguez has left Brazilian side Sao Paulo 11 months before the end of his contract and is hoping to return to Europe, according to reports. The Colombian legend was one of the surprise performers of the recent Copa America, guiding his side to the final only to lose to tournament winners Argentina in extra time. Rodriguez, known for his displays at international tournaments for Colombia, set a new Copa America record with 6 assists throughout the competition as he led his side to within touching distance of a first crown since 2001. Lunin could be on his way to Chelsea. This development comes as a surprise and totally out of the blue, considering that the London outfit have multiple options in goal already, but it appears that the 25-year-old could possibly be moving to Stamford Bridge, considering that Real Madrid see Kepa Arrizabalaga, a possible option to replace Lunin. There could be a possibility that the Spaniard enters the operation involving the Ukrainian's move to London. Over the last few days, Napoli star Victor Osimhen has been linked to a move to Paris Saint-Germain. Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano reported this week that Osimhen has approved PSG's project and is eager for the transfer to proceed. However, one outlet is reporting that the capital club won't be pursuing the 25-year-old. The Osimhen to PSG rumours intensified after Napoli manager Conte opted to exclude Osimhen from the squad for their friendly against Mantova, despite the striker being in good health and free of physical issues. According to Le Sport, PSG currently has no plans to recruit. And Nuno, 9. Luis Enrique is set to start the €2.25 season with Gonçalo Ramos and Randal Kolo Muani. Unless one of them leaves, Paris won't be looking to fill this position. Moreover, this information is a hurdle for Napoli and their plans to replace him. Tottenham midfielder Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, 28, is set to join Olympique Marseille in the coming days, according to reports from El Equipe and Foot Mercato. Elite One side have reportedly found an agreement with the London-based Premier League club over a loan deal with a €15 million obligation to buy for the transfer of the Denmark international. Marseille were in the market for an experienced midfielder and seemed to have acted swiftly to secure the signing of the Tottenham midfielder, who fell out of favour with Spurs head coach Ange Postecoglou. Raphael Varane is close to joining Soraya newcomers Como. Italian transfer guru Fabrizio Romano claimed last night that the documents are ready and set to be signed. Varane's switch to Como doesn't come out of the blue. Cesc Fabregas and his associates invested a gigantic effort to convince the former Real Madrid superstar to continue his career in Italy. The 31-year-old joins the Larini as a free agent as his contract at Manchester United expired last month. Manchester United are looking for a top defensive midfielder with Ugart's name high on the wish list, but they still have time to secure a cheaper alternative. Last summer, the Red Devils hired the services of Sofian Amrabat on loan from Fiorentina, and the deal had an option to make the move permanent. As per today's version of La Gazzetta dello Sport, news image provided. Below the agreement between Fiorentina and Man Ut involved a purchase option worth £16.8 million Chilean, €20 million. That option is only valid for today, July 2021, and will expire in an hour. Aston Villa could get their hands on a Lionel Messi approved asset as Tottenham's Giovanni Lo Celso looks set to join their cause. Unai Emery's side have already been incredibly busy this summer, and a £33.5 million Chilean swap involving Lo Celso could add another new name to the squad. That's after Argentinian broadcaster DirecTV Sports reported Spurs will send the midfielder plus £20 million in cash to Villa Park in order to sign Jacob Ramsey. The agent at Manchester United winger Anthony insists his client wants to stay and fight for his future at Old Trafford. Anthony has failed to live up to expectations in the Premier League and his future is now in doubt. A report from ESPN this week outlined that United are willing to sanction a loan exit this summer provided any interested clubs will cover Anthony's £70,000 a week wages, but his agent Junior Pedroso has now played down suggestions the player could move and revealed that he and Anthony have already made that clear during talks with United. I see reports about potential exit on loan. Anthony's plan is clear. Manchester United, Pedroso said per Fabrizio Romano. He wants to stay. He's only focused on Man United. We already spoke about that with the club. Brentford manager Thomas Frank has given an update on striker Ivan Toney. England man has just 1 year remaining on his contract with the club, with omissions made earlier in the season over and being sold this summer. United have previously been linked with an interest in Toney, but Frank has warned that any deal will be expensive for the buying club. You never know. He's a Brentford player and I would love him to stay, he said. That would give me a very positive challenge, but I haven't met a coach who doesn't want as many good players as possible. Right now, Ivan is a Brentford player. I would be more than happy if he stayed with us. He's a goal scorer and that's very good to have in your team, so if you want to buy him, it's expensive. Manchester City goalkeeper Ederson is reportedly weighing up the big offer from the Saudi Pro League, amid rumours that Kevin Bryant could also be leaving the Premier League champions this summer. Ederson is wanted by Al Ittihad, with the Saudi side understood to have made an offer of around €25 million for the Brazilian goalkeeper. But according to Fabrizio Romano, Ederson had already agreed a move to Al Nassr and would now be open to joining Al Ittihad after the first transfer collapse. However, City are sticking to their valuation of between €50 and €60 million. Manchester United are reportedly preparing an offer for Palmeiras midfielder Richard Rios. Palmeiras are preparing to receive a series of raids on Richard Rios in this transfer window, and some of them could occur in the next few days. As GOAL learned, the midfielder received a recent inquiry from Manchester United and is also monitored by Milan. Our reporters heard that the Red Devils indicated that they were already preparing an offer of around £17 million for the 24-year-old midfielder, who is experiencing a moment of great appreciation in the market as a result of his excellent campaign with Colombia in this Copa America. The 24-year-old showed his exciting talent as he'd had the highest number of successful dribbles among all athletes who competed in either the Copa America or Euro 2024, complete in 18. Manchester United are reportedly keen to sign Sofyan Amrabat permanently, but only on one condition. The Red Devils included a £16.8 million Cillian buy option in the original deal with Fiorentina, which they have decided not to take up according to Fabrizio Romano. However, Erik ten Hag is a fan of Amrabat and United are willing to discuss different terms with the Serie side with the hope of agreeing on a permanent transfer. Liverpool does not tend to sign marquee names. It's impressive and that by the end of the summer it could have the Premier League's biggest star by a distance, particularly under FSG, but going back even further, Liverpool has shied away from signing players with established top-level pedigree. Much of the excitement over Thiago Alcantara could be attributed to the rarity of the Reds signing a Champions League winner and a serial champion directly from one of Europe's traditional powerhouses. A leading member of the midfield ranks at La Liga giants Barcelona is well on track in his recovery from injury. Engine room star Pedri, of course, recently picked up yet another fitness problem whilst lining out for Spain at the European Championships. Owing to a heavy challenge on the part of Toni Kroos, the 21-year-old was forced into a premature departure from his country's quarter-final showdown with Germany. He was subsequently diagnosed with a left knee sprain, condemned to the sidelines once more as a result. As alluded to above, though, if the latest word stemming from the media on Sunday night is anything to go by, then Pedri appears to be making excellent progress in his recovery efforts. Pedri working to return as soon as possible. His return is expected in mid-August.